on from here. Hello, everybody. Select stream, refresh page, sign out. Is anybody here? Delay ads during an important moment. Is anybody here? How is everybody? I've come to answer a few questions if there's anything that you want to know, because a lot of people keep asking me a lot of questions. Is not studio stream. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth. Hold on a minute, guys. If you are there, I'm having a few technical issues. New managing moderation can support your channel if even more ways. No, we don't want to know that. Oh, there is people here. Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you? So we're kind of in the new thing. I think there is a delay on my screen. Open widget. How is everybody? There's quite a few. I forgot. I haven't been live in a long time, and there's my bot. Look, join 7 Tarot raffles and readings. Yeah, the raffle's actually finished now, but you can join the Facebook group. How is everyone? Join my business page. I forgot about all of these night bots because I haven't been live in a long time. Let's have a look. Legend, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I tell all my friends about your videos. Gen Z loves you. Gen Z? Not really sure who that is, but thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Good morning from Central Florida, USA. What's it like over in Florida? We're getting actual rain here at the moment. And it has been raining for the last 2 days. But it's normally good because then next year we won't get a hosepipe ban. You're amazing, by the way. Thank you. Really appreciate it. DV9AA888. TT, hello from Texas. Hey, y'all. Crystalline, hello. Hi, Steve. Doing pretty good myself. Good. Has everybody listened to the validational loops and cycles and stuff video? You've been so accurate and helpful for me, my karmic cycles with the advice. Thank you so much, TT. I hope that I'm doing good. Because you know me, I don't like rubbish. Try not to swear so much on here at the moment because we are live. And I did have, for the people that don't know, I had my first warning. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I've seen other people using the cards and they haven't had their videos taken down. But if you are part of the join button, you'll notice that I've been putting blue tape over the Lovers, the Devil, the World, and the Star card. There you go. It's actually not coming up on my screen, so I think I've got a delay. Can you see that card now, guys? If you can let me know. Because I've actually got 2 screens. So on my OBS, I've got it. Hello. Recently, I finally broke. Good. What are all these crowns with #3 on it? I don't know what they are. This is new to me. You did. I learned it alone, but you confirmed it for me. I'm a Gemini, so I listen to the Capricorn readings too. Okay, so does it relate to you as a Capricorn as well when you watch it from a Gemini perspective? And you understand it, yeah? Because it kind of, it helped me when I read, but it also really complicated things as well when I read. Because I can see too much and I get frustrated then because I'm like, This is going to take a long time to explain to people. And if you don't understand that numerology, then you can be listening to a lot of people that read for you, and you mess up your karmic patterns and cycles, and it takes a lot longer to understand when you just relate every reading to it and you think, right. Because, like, what we're looking at here, right, is an 8, and Leo is also an 8. So Strength card is an 8. Aquarius, the star, is an 8. So because they're both 8s, they relate to your numerology of your life path or your healing year number. And then you've got 2 cards that represent the same number. So it's inevitable the fact that you're going to get that number coming up, because that's the first thing you call out. I take what resonates and leave the rest. Great. I mean, the one thing to understand and take from it, right, is that when you're caught in a validational loop and trying to find proof, you already know, because your intuition's kicking right in, right? And you already know. So what is it that you need proving, And to keep going through these loops and over and over and over and over again, it's because people need to prove that they're right, when really you're wrong. You're wrong in staying. And you can hinder your process. It takes a lot longer. And our numerology of our personal year is so important. So does everybody understand about their personal year? Do you kind of want me to go over that a little bit? Any of you? Oh. One time you drew my bedroom. Did I? In an Aquarius reading, spooked me out, but loved it. I drew your bedroom, did I? So let me see if I can draw what you're wearing. Okay. Black. A black thong. Personal year. Yeah, personal year is what we're going to go over in a minute. Yes, you are the first reader that I actually watch all signs, because it makes so much sense. See, it should only really make sense when I'm reading it, when you see it from my perspective, when I read, because I understand it, so I can kind of show you the pattern. Remote view readings for Libra have blown me away. Yeah, that's weird, because I did Libra reading once, right? And I got 11,000 views, and I got 400 new subscribers on one video. And now when I do them, they've gone right back down to like 4,000. It's quite strange. I don't think a lot of people are kind of watching them. And a black and white sweater. Yes, I am. I told you you're wearing a black thong. Any proof in photographs will go a long way, just to prove it. Just to prove my spirit right. You'll have to excuse me, because I'm a terrible flirt. Like, I have got such a dirty mind, it's unreal. I can't help it. I am that mate, right? My mates say this all the time. My best mate is a Cancerian. We're like double twins, me and him. And he always says to me, you are that mate that always brings up something phallic that you wouldn't say in front of loads of people, that always turn the conversation rude. You're that mate that always does it. Yeah. I do it all the time. I can't help it, man. It's just part of my job. But I always do it. Like, if someone says, man, you're such a sausage, I'll be like, you need a sausage right in your mouth. Like, it'll always be something. Am I still doing my music? Yeah, I haven't made I normally need a connection to use someone as a muse in order to make music, really. I need to feel inspired. And at the moment, I don't feel like I've got a purpose at the moment. Like, my soul is searching for purpose again. I'm in a year 2, if any of you still didn't know them. We keep mentioning it all the time. So I'm in a reflective year. So in your year 2, you will always come up with the 2 of Cups, right? And you will always cross someone's path in a year 2. You'll have a 2 of Cups. You'll just cross paths. But the trouble is with being in a year two, they can also be, because it can be a reflective energy, right, of what you're seeing as well. And that can mean that they're going through judgment and also justice, which means that they can be married, they can be going through divorce, they can still be dealing with someone, they can still be with them, but you crossed their path at the time that gave you a connection together, but you only cross paths. Now, because they're not ready at that point, and if they abandon you and leave you, you have to understand that. I understood that when that happened with Varushka, when I met her in my year two. Okay. We came across each other right when I first had my channel, right? Long time ago. Then we crossed paths, year one. But it wasn't really a strong connection, but it kind of happened, right? Went back to husband for how many times? God knows how many times, right? So I got left and abandoned, and I got over that. And then in my year two, that was also her year two, it happened yet again. She was going through two, judgment, justice, divorcing, separating, going back, coming back, going back, leaving, coming back, leaving, going back, right? So leaves him, comes to me, leaves him, comes to me. So it starts off this cycle, right? Now, because I let go straight away and didn't chase and didn't look for answers and didn't do blah, 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 that means I got my lesson. So what did I start doing? So that made me the alchemist at that time, which is where I started pumping out loads of videos about validational loops, teaching people about loops and cycles and abandonment and how you can't learn anything other than abandonment apart from the person that abandoned you, right? So what you learn, you teach, right, when you do this job. So you learn it, you teach it, right? When you really understand it, you really understand it, right? So you can't control patterns of behavior. So what it meant in my year two, I needed to understand that, which I pretty much got quite quickly. So I have to work on myself to say, I can't teach anybody other than love, apart from I can't teach abandonment. I went through that with my ex, right? Y'all know my ex? How many times did I get back and forward and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards with my ex? 35 times. That took me to learn abandonment, right? Didn't quite understand it at the time. I had to go through it to understand it, right? So got out of that finally. Now, why do I also say that in order to break a karmic cord, you have to leave on your own? Why do you have to leave on your own accord to break a cord? It doesn't mean that you won't go back. But in order to break that out of that cycle and understand it, the one that never really leaves, that always waits to be cheated on or to try and find out an answer of why are you cheating? Have you give up your ex? Are you still talking to your ex? Why do I feel lonely? Why do I feel on my own? Right? I'm staying here to try and find that out. So that's validation. So I'm not going to leave until you dump me or until I find that out myself. That can take a fucking long time to try and find that out, right? Even though you already know. Right? So you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And if you're a part of that, you have to let them do it. And you have to let them, because when they meet you in the future, if it would be that person needs to have understood abandonment to its finest. Because if not, you meet a person and you go through abandonment with them as well, because they didn't leave on their own accord, right? Because when they don't, if you talk to them, especially if you're in a year two, and you talk to them and they haven't left on their own accord, they're more than likely to go back to the person and you just cross paths again. You only just meant to cross paths again. They were supposed to go back again, right? Unless they left on their own accord. Because they realise then, they come to that realisation, self-love is something that I have found by not going back to you through self-respect and self-love. And that is how you find self-love. You do it for yourself, right? You do it to yourself. That's justice. Learning justice, you do it for yourself, right? Not to yourself, for yourself. Because if you're in something, you do it to yourself. So you can't blame the other person for doing the same thing. You can't blame the other person because it failed. You can't blame them because they cheated on you again. Can't blame them because they abandoned you again. Because if you do, you're just blaming yourself, right? So what we learn is when I leave for myself, I've left for me, not for you, not because of an answer, not because of anything that I've found out, right? So we kind of get that energy. Now, the way these work, so I think I see that someone said they were in a year 5. In year 5, that's where everything will accumulate to its worst. In a year 6 is where you'll meet someone new. You will go in a relationship from that ending into a new one between your year 5 and your year 6. If you can leave that person, because if your year 5 is really bad and then come to your year 6, you get a judgment call and you go back into that, you've got to play out 7, 8, 9, 1, right? So if a marriage, which is the Hierophant and also Sagittarian energy, 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, everything gets as worse as it can get, as bad as it can get. You leave, you learn the lesson of that year. Yearly number is about learning 5. They're physical learning years. They're called personal learning years. So I learn about abandonment issues and validational cycles within a 5 energy, right? That's for couples. It's for couples. Then if you learn that, you've learnt your lesson, you go straight into a new relationship on your 6, right? So as long as you don't go back into it, because if you go back into the same one, you go around and around in circles. Okay. So year 9 is completion, verging on completion. You could possibly start going crazy in year 9. I hated my year 9. I had that much anxiety, that much fear. I couldn't stand when it was dark. Every time, like when, I don't know about where else but like in Britain, we get very little daylight energy when it comes towards Christmas. We only get like 2 hours of daylight or 3 hours, and the rest of it is just dark all the time. And I hate the dark. I fear the dark. So in my 9th year, I had that much paranoia and anxiety about the dark that I was driving all throughout the night, just like trying to find anywhere that had like light. I couldn't be inside. I had to go out. And I was going through like fucking very bad, what we call, or what everybody calls narcissistic gaslighting relationships, but really they're not. They're just relationships that teach you not to be with a person. That's why it gets that bad. Right? That's why it gets that bad. I think that's why, That's why they change all the time. Yeah, they change all the time because whilst you're with someone, you go through the change, right? It's like a woman's cycle. Between feminine and masculine, you start to learn what you're going to go through in that year. So when the year changes, right, when we go to we're in 2025 at the moment. When that turns 2026, it will start to happen, but not much. It won't properly change until your birthday. When your birthday hits, mine's 8th of the 3rd, right? Piscean. So when my birthday comes in March and we're 2026, I will turn to a 3. And then you get the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles. Everything will start picking up around work. Okay, I'll start to teach more when it comes to year 3. Teach everything that I've learned throughout the year 2. And then possible reunion. I could meet someone still within my year 2. It's still not ended yet. Who knows who I'm supposed to be with in that year 6, right? Could be anybody, right? Could be anybody. But you will cross paths with people in year 2, depending on what they're going through, right? Depending on the difficulties that it takes to get from 2. Because you can meet someone in a 2 and there's no problems. It just depends if the other person that you meet at that point is ready and if there's any complications between you, right? So about year 5, I did just explain it. I don't know if there's if you've caught right up to the video. But I did explain about 5, right? So if any of you want to leave a super chat, you're more than welcome. It's open. Right? Britain is extremely expensive at the moment when it comes to the cost of living. So when you look at year 1, that's what you start at, right? You start at the Magician. You start to manifest the rest of your year. If you've understood a lot, no, we're not talking about life path numbers, no. We're talking about your healing year number. Your life path number is quite irrelevant, really, to anything that's learned. So we're talking about like personal years. So when it comes to 5, right, majorly we're looking at the major arcana, the Hierophant, right? And we are looking at 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. You're also looking at Sagittarian energy. We're looking at all the 5s basically, right? So this is when everything gets to its finalization of validational loops. Validational loop is where I've always been looking for the truth and staying because I believe you. And the trust breaks, but you go back and then you're like, you broke my trust again. It happened again, and then again, and then again, right? So it just keeps happening and happening, and you're learning about validation and you're learning about abandonment issues right up from 1 to 5. When it gets to 5 and starts to transition into 6, you've learned your lesson. There's nothing more to learn. You understand that leaving each other permanently is the only thing left to do. When you do, you go into 6. And 6 is obviously the 6 of Cups, right? So the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Devil. Okay. So very addictive. Just got into a relationship. Obsessed about my partner at the time because the energy is so strong. The Devil and the Lovers. A lot of lustful thoughts, lustful feelings, lustful emotions. A lot of caring for one another. A lot of sharing each other's emotions and feelings. Okay. Providing. Looking at being a family together. Looking at being in a physical relationship together. And that is your 6th year. Yes, my year 5 feels like breaking up and starting my life over. Yeah. So you should actually now be able to come across someone and start to maybe transition into your 6, depending on when your birthday is after Christmas. Thank you so much for the donations. I really appreciate it. I think we may have a little bit of a delay, probably. Don't know. Let me go over to my actual... Yeah, because it's not coming through on the stream, the chat. Where is it? Now I've lost the chat window, so I can see the chat. Where did it go? Hold on, guys. Sorry, I can't see the chat anymore. There it is. There it is. So my birthday, January 22nd. Okay, so you haven't got long then. You really haven't got that long. I calculated mine online, says I'm a year 9. Yeah. So year 9 is going to be where you're looking for validation, looking for truth, possibly looking for answers. Okay, still looking for proof, looking like hermit energy, looking for things. Okay, very interested in like health issues, weight issues, looking to improve oneself, maybe the gym, probably going on diets and healthy routines, possibly doing a lot of research online. Could be going through a lot of like anxiety and fear, phobias. possibly a narcissistic connection or an actual commitment. I'm in my personal year 9, Libra, Life Path 2. Love you, Steve. Thank you. Proof within my own gifts. There you go. So, yeah, they're very important in order to be able to follow, right? To be able to understand it, to be able to follow it. Because that is going to tell you when, roughly. Right? So if you want to know things like when will I move, all of the questions that I can't answer when people ask me, when will I move, you kind of want to look to around like a 4 year or a 6. 4 or 6. Right? 4 is transition, it's change. Scorpio energy. Right? It's also the 4 of Wands. And 6 is family, house, home, love connection, families, right? Relationships, house. So anytime people move, it'll more than likely between 4 and 6, right? Or maybe 3 to 4, something like that, maybe. 3, 4, 5, and 6. See, when it comes to like astrology, this is why I don't do astrology. Astrology is only really going to prove a connection whilst there. When I've met someone is the only time I can discover compatibility. That's the only way you'll know that you're compatible, is by actually connecting and seeing how you get on physically, mentally, emotionally, and what is resisting. What parts of my chart resist your parts of chart. You'll know by how you're communicating and how much the person pisses you off and does your head in, right? You'll know that you've found someone that can be very resisting. So you know that your astrology doesn't align properly, right? Now, the kicker of it is when you find someone, so like I'm in my year 2 of meeting someone, okay, just crossing paths in my year 2, depending on what their year is, also adds up to yours as well. You can add your healing year number to their healing year number, right? So the person that I met in my year 2 that went back to do whatever she was doing, she was also in a year 2, going through Libra energy, justice and judgment, divorcing, separating, and all of that sort of stuff, right? So it created a number 4, which is the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, Scorpio energy, going back to something that hasn't changed, where there isn't a transition for me to learn, right? Rolling cigarettes, yeah, I know. It's the one thing that I can't give up. I've had to stop my diet. I've been on a carnivore diet and I've lost quite a bit of weight. But here we go. There's a bit of personal information. Keeps giving me hemorrhoids. Anybody else out there had a hemorrhoid? Oh, my word. We call it the Farmer Giles over here. The Farmer Giles. I got piles. Yeah, so I've got to change my diet again now to like more fruits and veg, I think. Steve, your channel's my passed on uncle too. Uncle John once, and his widowed spouse. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on, and my TV is right across the room. Deborah or Deb or Debbie, both of their names back to back. That was really cool for you. Oh wow, there you go. Glad you got your message. Yeah, so the old Farmer Giles is, oh my God, you can't think straight. Yeah. It's, oh God, and having to wait for that thing to actually burst is, oh, jeez. God. The worst bit of it is having to get these and stick these right up your anal hole. Good old anal hole. Where do they go? Well, they don't go in your mouth. Don't swallow them. After my divorce, will I ever get remarried? You see, that's an impossible question for me to answer. I don't know. Like, what year are you? What's your personal year, Mo W wife life too? Yeah, I can't. I can't be fake. I can't, and I get into a lot of trouble because of it as well. Believe you me, I do. Some people don't like my honesty because I'm too honest. Yeah. If someone comes up to me and like my mates expect me to like someone, I'm like, no, bruv, he's a dickhead. I don't want to know him. What do I want to know him for? Does my head in. You're a Christian. You're supposed to be like, fuck that. What? The one thing I can do in a relationship is make my partner laugh. That's the one thing I've never failed. I've actually made a lot of my ex-partners piss themselves. It's like... especially when I'm on one. Oh, my word. So let's answer this Mo W Wife Life 2's question. What personal year are you in? And then I can probably help you out. The crown is something to do with amount of comments in chat. Oh, right, okay. I actually wanted to start a gaming channel, but I don't know if any of you lot would actually watch it or not. But I've been playing on Ark Raiders quite a lot, and if any of you go on that. Laughter is the best medicine and seriously the easiest way to break the ice. Yeah. Yeah, it can't be fake. I can't be fake. It just doesn't work. Yourself soon starts coming out. You soon get frustrated. You soon like, oh, I can't keep doing this, man. I've got to be myself. I did want to say. So I don't know about that link there because that's an old link, but there's a new code that's on the discussion page, and that takes you over to my app, and then all of my details are there. So like WhatsApp number and stuff, like people wanting readings. If you don't want to use Facebook, you can WhatsApp and like, what do you offer? And then if you want to give me your questions, I can send you links from there. That's normally why I like using Facebook, is because I do like to like know who people are, because you do get a lot of scammers on YouTube. Yeah, but the QR code that is on the join button for people, I've been putting it on the beginning of their videos. And then it is also on the discussion page where you're going to have a computer or a PlayStation or Xbox where you can watch it on there and then use your phone or a laptop or a tablet or someone else's phone. What's the game called? Ark Raiders. Everybody's going mental over Ark Raiders at the moment. So I play it on PlayStation at the moment, but yeah, it's really good. Yeah, you join up teams and you have to go out and collect loads of salvage, and then you make weapons and whatnot, and then you can do PvP because it's like a world game. So I've been playing on that, and my mates won't actually buy it, which is really annoying. But I do love gaming. Always wanted to do a gaming channel, and then just make it into like a comedy gaming channel. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so like I said to people, like you guys know where the like when you're on YouTube, it says like, share, and all that sort of stuff, and then it says videos, shorts, blah blah blah. When you go over to where it says discussion page, that is where you'll find the QR code. When you scan that, that'll take you directly to the app. If you get the app, you can save it on, if you're on Chrome, Chrome allows you to save it as a favorite, right? So then anytime you need the app, you don't have to look below. You can just go on your favorites on Chrome and my app will be there. Okay. Sing a song, sing it. Someone told me to stop singing. I hate it when tarot card readers sing. My dirty mind. Yeah, I do have one of those bad. It's quite difficult. I mean, it is quite difficult because like you're a single guy with my chart, which is 3 Gemini, 3 Scorpio, 3 Aries, and Aquarius. And when you get those, you get a very dirty mind. And when you get YouTube, you get 95% women. I'm a sucker for a woman. What can I say? Does anybody want to know anything else? Are they unsure about things? Because in the comment section, I've been seeing people say like, you know, I'm looking at my life path number. You're looking at the wrong number there. Does anybody want a tarot card question? So the only ones I can really answer. Oh, it's 11:11 at the moment. There you go. 11:11. Steve, you're on the right path. Great. How many times have I picked that up in the past? So that shows the time in Great Britain. 11 minutes past 11. Searching here also, not sure of my year. So year is very important to know. What's the outcome of my relationship with my long-term partner? I need to know both of your names. Let's hear about the Bill Clinton rumours. Don't know nothing about it. Don't get involved in politics, all a load of bollocks. I don't follow rabbit holes anymore. All right, if you look at a rabbit hole, what is a rabbit hole? If I could colour that in. It's dark, right? Rabbit hole is dark, so why go down it? Why go down a rabbit hole that's dark? So how do you calculate your personal year? So again, I was born on the 8th of March. So we do it the other way around in Britain, but it really doesn't matter. You just want your month and your day. The month and the day. And then you want this year's date, which is 2025. Next year it will change to 6 and then 7 and then 8. So it changes every year. But it only really starts to take effect when your birthday, when it's your birthday. So each year when it's your birthday, your number will roughly change. So at the moment, this will come to a number 2. So I'm in a 2 of Cups year, which means that I will make connections throughout this year, possibly someone that crosses my path. So for the person that asked the first question, I need names because I can't just ask them. I can't just ask, what does Gemini think about Gemini's partner? Kristen, is it? Kristen? Oh, it's coming up for Kristen. Yeah, like the toilet, dark and empty. Don't go down it. because rabbit holes are validation, right? I need validating. I need the truth. I need to find out what this is. You waste a lot of fucking time. Right, Charlie and Darren. What was the original question? What's the outcome for Charlie and Darren? What is the outcome for Charlie and Darren? Eight of Swords. Possible reunion. If you've been in a validational loop, you'll go back into one. This is where I'm at home, slightly frustrated, Eight of Swords, looking for an answer to release me from this pressure and being possibly single. I'm hoping the fact that he comes back maybe, or you are together. But again, this is still looking for the truth. Validation, that could put you in another validational loop, depending on what's happened in your relationship, how many times it's happened. So personal year 9. If you guys are in personal year 9 during the worst time of your life, I'm just saying, right? So luckily it's nearly over. Well, hopefully, unless your birthday was like December or November or October. Right? Charlie and Darren. Yeah, more abandonment, possible distance, marriage commitment, waiting on a relationship. So, tell you what, forget the cards. What happened in your connection, Charlie and Darren? Or Charlene? Is it? Charlene. I hate answering questions on here because they move up and I lose the question and I've got ADD and it's impossible for me to keep focused. Christian. What's coming up for Christian? What's coming up for Christian? Sunshine. Going through an awakening. Trying to decide what to do. Still needing proof and validation. Maybe talking to someone. This could be a pay-per-view. I don't know. Yeah, the raffle actually isn't working anymore, so just ignore the Nightbot. The raffle, I haven't done a raffle in ages. Took them down. The readings are now open again, though, if you want readings. You've just got to find the app. He left due to family reasons, and we are on and off with our connection. Yeah. That, I don't think that will possibly be a lifetime partner or a long-time partner. Because of the distance and the duality and the constant, because this isn't your cards, but the cards were a lot of 5s, like validation, abandonment issues. You can work through them if you want to. It's up to you. You have to work through an abandonment issue with someone that abandoned you. Have to work on that issue with that person, right? Until you get to year 5, roughly. Personal year 3, life path 7. Right, so personal year 3, you should have come across someone in your year 2. You've been together for 13 years. Wow. You must love the person. Only just recently he left. Right, well, I mean, you could have played out your cycle. You could have played out your cycle and he left. What did he leave for? Oh, yeah, Christian. So, I don't know, there's some sort of like pay-per-view dirty energy here. Because it wouldn't normally be with the Knight, with the High Priestess, but then you got the Knight of Wands. So there's some sort of like kinky stuff energy there. This is also like still needing to find out the truth though as well, maybe. Right, still trying to find out the truth. Going through an awakening. This is talking to someone though, but the energy gets quite hot here. Make sense? Okay, there you go. Yeah. This is sort of like you show me yours, I'll show you mine type sort of thing. Right? I'm not lying, it's just there. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. Conflict in our family due to children. Well, I mean, it seems very complicated. I don't see you guys splitting up. Kind of reconciliation chances, but it's very on and off, bitty type sort of energy. Now and again, sort of, there's a chance of reconciliation there. He has moved to get his own house, but still wants to be together. But he's off and on, hot and cold. That's a difficult one then. Okay. There you go, Christian. Get him out. Get him out for the lads. Oi, oi. Who doesn't like a good old boob, eh? I'm in personal year 4. My husband is a personal year 6. Both Scorpio suns. There you go. So, clarification from a person that's in year 4 is the 4 of Wands. Husband. Right? She's with her husband and she's married within a year 4. Now, the question would be, is there cheating, manipulation and lying? Or is it good? Is it going good? I'm Emily, Pisces. My ex's name. Pisces, year 7. And hoping to finally meet my Cancer David from Scotland. See you, Spark Rabbit. Come up in, I get it. Do you think he will actually make it here? Well, yeah, if he said he's going to. Me, I actually did just come across someone. I don't know if she's watching. I did actually just meet someone that was lives in Dudley. But, yeah, she's not up for a relationship. She's like, no, don't want one. It's weird people that you come across in your year 2. Let's see. So, Emily, what's coming up for Emily and this person in Scotland? Thinking, the Lovers, spiritual divine connection. Yeah. Yeah. This would mean travel eventually here. Up in Scotland. See you, Spark Rabbit. That's miles from me, Scotland. I'd love to visit Scotland one day, though. But I'm central Cambridgeshire. But yeah, this is like distance. This is communication about travel. Communication about meeting up. About coming towards the energy. I don't see anything wrong. He's got a spiritual divine connection with someone. Okay. It can't be broken yet. So there is an energy of you guys possibly meeting up in the future. And if it isn't actually meeting up, it's definitely discussing about discussing about meeting up here. Right. So there you go. There's your answer. Emily. I like it when I hear people that are actually moving on from the past, you know. That's when I like it. Personal year 9. Ugh. Life path 2. Personal year 2. Which one is it? You said personal year 9 meant. Oh, okay. Personal year 9, you could well meet someone in your year 1. Sort of come across them, ish. Right? And then year 2, Rebecca, you will more than likely cross paths with someone where you get a very strong connection. But you will only cross paths with them. Depending on how you act in that year 2, will be good or bad. Because if you form an obsession in a year 2 and it's not reciprocated by the person, you'll have a karmic year. Okay? If you can keep the energy in your year 2, you come across someone, but you're not like, oh my God, they disappeared and where have they gone? And I'm upset and I feel abandoned and I feel lost and I've got to stalk the shit out of them. And where is this person gone? And why did they abandon me? And I feel upset. And you start going through the 5 of Cups. That means that you're going through the dark night of the soul and you've got a lot to learn. if you come across someone in your year 1 and your year 2 and you're quite well balanced, right? Libra, Justice, Judgment, 2 of Cups, and you're quite well balanced within your own self, the vibration will be quite good because you've found yourself, right? Everything up till then teaches us to find ourselves. So again, guys, I might be able to actually put it on here. I don't know. No, I don't think I can. No. So if you look on the discussion page, if anybody hasn't already heard me say it, on the discussion page, there is a QR code. And on that QR code, it will give you access to my app. And the app shows you all readings that are on offer, all social media accounts, all ways to communicate with me. Okay. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blah, 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 WhatsApp, all that sort of stuff. And you only really need to do it once, because then you can save the app on Chrome under your favorites. It also gives you the link to join the join button for your tarot and extended versions. So is there anything else anybody wants me to go over? Any donations? Anybody want to leave a super chat? It'd be very much appreciated. Was anybody confused about anything? Hello, Starlight. Starlight, Starbright. I can remember your name from somewhere. Are you on my Facebook or literally just on the thing this morning on Discord? I think it was on Discord. I think I sent you a personal message on something saying hello. Should we do a reading for myself and see what I've got coming up? Poor Stephen Abbott. What have I got coming up for myself? Spirit, what have I got coming up for myself? Ooh, could be communicating with a female. Possibly Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Oh my word. Could turn quite phallic. Oh dear, perhaps not. Do you have a look at me, Todger? No, I don't. Oh, okay. An awakening. Looking for the truth. 8 of Swords. What is a 1 year again? So a 1 year is this sort of stuff. Many opportunities out there. Okay. Sexual energy can also be there as well. Opportunities all over the place. Depending on where you are in your spiritual growth when it gets to a 1. But you get to the Magician. You should roughly be single in a year 1. In your year 1, you should kind of be single. Because if you're not, and you've had a very bad year, and you're still with the person in a year 1, you're kind of getting to the point of going right up to 5 again. Right. No, Rebecca. It's like, it takes me a lot of energy in order to do that. Sorry. I don't think you lot realise how, like, for me to remote view, how much energy that takes out of me to do that. Lucy, Lucky, I need your name, sweetheart, or geezer. So the thing is, right, people need to understand this. I can't remote view for a person, right? I can't remote view for a person. So 2026 is also a universal year one. It is as well, yeah. Yeah. When we get to 2026, we all turn to a 1. Okay, and then your personal year as well will also change when it hits your birthday. Lucy. I always like the name Lucy. Lucy. What's coming up for Lucy? For Lucy. Cancerian, life path 7. Ooh, the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ooh, a new person. Maybe. A lot of water energy. Thank you, Ava. Really appreciate it. Yay. First super chat. So, who was it doing? Lucy. So, Lucy, yeah. I don't know if you're with someone or you're about to meet someone here, but this is very curious energy. Water sign, big time. I don't know if you're a mum. This can represent being a mum here. Let's see. Lucy. Ooh. You're either with someone, Lucy, or about to. About to meet someone, or you are with someone, but there is someone new here. It's also a child present, maybe, if it isn't. But yeah, this guy starts to think about you or is thinking about you here. Ooh. Yeah, that's very good energy. So, Lucy, yeah, there could be someone at a distance. You might have to travel, maybe. I am a mum and married for 14 years. There you go. Nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. Yeah, mother, husband. Yeah, spiritually divine connection. Yeah, safe in your connection. Nothing wrong. I'm curious about a guy who jogs by every day, if he's married or taken. Well, you'll need to ask him, sweetheart. You'll need to ask him. Thank you. I mean, do you even know his name? Does he look at you like... You can't be shy. Trust me, man. Men like confident women, right? I can tell you by being a guy. I like a confident woman to know what she wants, right? Like whether she can say yes or no and make up her own mind and do her own things, right? If she can't ask you, yeah, it doesn't show confidence. So, like, don't leave it always up to the guys to do all of the work, right? It's just, I mean, it's one of those where you're like, are you going to stop this guy and like, sorry to interrupt your run, but I just wondered, are you single? You're not going to be able to do that, right? But, you could go for a run with him. Hello, what's your name? My name is Jeff. Okay, Jeff. It's nice to meet you. Right? It's going to be a difficult one, that. It's all fun, fun, fun till the daddy took the T-bird away. Hey, thank you. Oh my word, $20, really? Oh wow, thank you so much. Also, thank you, Rebecca, and thank you, Crystalline, and thank you, Emily. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so don't forget, guys, you can. What is happening here? Yeah, don't forget, if you want access to everything that I have, all under one roof, the QR code is on the discussion page, and all you got to do is click on the link and then save it to your Google or your Chrome or whatever it is, so you can find it every time you open up a web page. Because I still, no matter how many times I say it online when I do the readings, if you want to contact me, just look below. And everybody still asks me in the comment section, do you do personal readings? Yes, I do. Well, I took them down for a couple of days because I was getting frustrated by the amount of questions that were being asked, where I've set the questions out on the page for you to ask. Oh, great. What's happened? What's happened? I don't know if we've gone off or not, because the live chat has suddenly just cut off. Don't do this to me, Dave. Well, I don't know if you lot are still there, because my Google page is literally, as I was talking about Google, has literally just took a shit. Where are we? Lives. Won't let me click on it. I don't know if I'm still live or not, guys. Sorry, but something's gone wrong with the chat box. I got no idea how to get the chat window up again. So that might be that. Virtual camera, studio mode. No. Virtual camera. No. Settings. Streaming. Output, video, hotkeys, accessibility, advanced, general. Oh. I don't know how to bring up the chat window. I think I might have to call it. Because something has gone wrong. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Stop streaming. You'll not be able to reconnect your stream.